Mascara haul try on. This is Graciously Gloria. Thanks for joining today. So I have so many different mascaras that I tried on for you, and I'm going to give you my thoughts about them. So let's jump right in. First is the Tarte Tartelette XL Tubing Mascara. This one says it's lash extensions in a tube with peptide, vitamin E, B5, extra length, volume, long wear, smudge proof, easy to remove, vegan, and cruelty free. This one is about $26. And I had never tried a tubing mascara until I tried this one. Now I'll put my video of me putting it on.
Today we're going to try out the Tartelette Tubing Mascara. So I found it difficult to get off the tubing mascara, but I was using it more like how I normally would do with my Wonder Cloth and then wiping it up. But I found out, I just was reading a video about it, that you're supposed to hold a warm washcloth for like 20 to 30 seconds, then take and squeeze and pull down the tubes. So I'm going to try that tonight when I take it off and see if that gets better, because I found it a little messy getting it off. Um, when I tried it before, but here's my test for you today. So I have, this has the primer on this right side. And here you go on the left side. It is nice and thick. So what it does, it creates little tubes individually around the eyelashes. So I do think it looks nice and thick comparatively. We'll see then. I'll let you know how it wears and how it goes taking that off this evening. Tartelette XL, what do I think of it so far? One interesting thing to note is I didn't put it on the lower lashes, but it looks like as it was drying and I was blinking, it must have gotten a little bit on the lower lashes. So you can see that. And it has just a little small flakes, just a couple. Not too many. Now it does wear well, and I think it does make your eyelashes look bigger, so I'll let you know how it goes removing it. I'm taking off the tubing mascara, but there it is. So you can see how it came off in little tube sets from the left hand side. Came off it in like a bigger kind of set, easier on that right hand side that had the primer on it.
So here's my thoughts about the tubing mascara. It was so popular, right? I was like, I need to give this a go. When I tried it, it made a huge mess over my face. I found out that I was doing it wrong. So prior to doing all this testing for you, I read up a little bit about it to see what was I doing, because I thought I must be doing something wrong if other people love it so much when it made a big mess for me. I found out I was taking it off incorrectly, that you want to put a warm compress like 20 to 30 seconds, hold that. Then you want to pinch your fingers and pinch then the lashes and gently pull off the tubes. And then when you do that, the tubes actually came off, and it's kind of interesting that way. And that is going to make it so much easier to remove it if you just putting that warm compress on first. So I would say if you do that, then I think you would be a fan of tubing mascara, and it does give you that nice thick volume. So I tried out different drugstore brands and higher end brands to kind of give you a comparison. And this one is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara, volumizing and lengthening, cruelty free, paraben free, and this one sells for about $5. The tubing mascara was about $26. So the Essence False Lash. Now I read so many reviews. I'm going to put my video of me trying it on.
Welcome back. I'm going to apply my primer to the right side, and today we are trying Essence Lash Princess. So this is a new one, so I don't have a lot of opinions about it yet, so let me give it a go and I'll let you know and show you what it looks like. So it's on. This side has the primer, that side doesn't. Now, so far my thoughts are it did make it thicker. I think it does look a little bit clumpy though. So let me see how it wears. And it also made me kind of blink. I think the applicator is a little bit thicker. Let me show you. It's a little bit thicker. And so here it is. And it stayed on all day. Just a teeny little flaking. There's like a little smudge here. That might have been when I first put it on, if it was still wet and it got a little bit on my bottom lashes and smudged a little bit right there. Um, and I'll let you know how it goes removing it. Okay, update on this mascara. I use my makeup razor and my Elemis Rose Cleansing Balm, and it did seem to come off just easily okay with the one that had the primer on it. This one, it's going to take my double cleanse. I'm going to have to use some micellar water probably to get it off. So it is a little tricky to get off. And I also noticed, my eyes actually feel a little itchy. And now I'm thinking that might actually also be from the mascara. So,
So I read so many reviews praising this mascara. And so I thought, I want to give this a go. If it's that inexpensive and people love it, then maybe I'm going to love it too. I didn't love it. Okay, so I thought my eyes kind of felt irritated. Not everyone had that reaction. So maybe you've tried it and like it, or you want to give it a go. Let me know what your thoughts are about it. This was a no go for me since it irritated my eyes. Even though it was a great price, not worth it to me, I'm just going to be throwing it away. The Tarte Man-Eater Mascara, this one gives extreme curl, volume, length, long wear, cruelty-free, and is about $28. Now, this one I've used before and have repurchased, and I think it's a good, solid choice.
For today, I'm going to do one that I've been using quite often. It's the Tarte Man-Eater. So what I'm going to do for you is on the right side, I'm going to put my L'Oreal Paris primer. And on the left side, I'll just leave that plain and we'll see how that wears for the day. And I'll show you what it looks like when I get that on. Okay, the Tarte Man-Eater. And I would say that comparing the sides just so far, the one that had the primer went on a little bit less clumpy looking. You can see. Did think of my lashes nicely though on both sides. There you go. Let you know how it wears. So what are my thoughts about the Tarte Man-Eater? This is one of my go-to, so I like it. And look, it only barely had just teeny little flakes on that side, if you can see them. It didn't flake at all on this side. This side again was the right side, had the primer on it. And it still looks great. Lasted all day. Love it. I'd recommend it.
Think of me trying it on. I thought it gives some good length there, and I would recommend this one. Want to try out some new ones for you in my try-on. So I tried the Yves Saint Laurent, the YSL Lash Clash Mascara Volume. This one extreme, and it's the mini travel size. A little bit about this one says this mascara with an oversized brush and fragrance-free, paraben-free formula for intense color and extreme volume with an all-day wear. Now the mini size sells for about $17 and the full size for $34.
Okay, I'm all ready to put on a new mascara to me. This is the YSL or Yves Saint Laurent Lash Clash Extreme Volume Mascara. So let's give it a go. Put it on. And this is the side with the primer and without. I did think it thickened my lashes, so far I do like it. I will give it a go today and let you know how it wears. Oh, let me show you what the wand looks like. There you go. That's the mascara wand there. I did get this in the mini size since I've never tried this before. I thought, try it in the smaller size, and then if I like it, it'd be great small size for traveling or just to like throw in your purse. Here we are in the Yves Saint Laurent, and I really like this one. I saw only a little bit of flaking and smudging on it. But the reason I decided I still really like this after wearing it all day is that it gave my good volume and thickening to my lashes. What do you guys think?
I liked this one, so I would recommend it. This is one that I've purchased in the past and repurchased again. So this is a good solid choice for a drugstore brand. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Washable Mascara, volumizing, lengthening, defying, curling, multiplying, buildable formula, and the shade Black is Black is what I used. It's about $10. I'm going to show my trying it on.
Store one, and this is the Maybelline Sky High. So that is less expensive comparatively. And here is the eye that has the primer on. Eyelashes kind of look like they come together a little bit more with the primer on this one versus this side without the primer. So what do you guys think? Did thicken the lashes? And let's see how it wears today. Thoughts about the Sky High mascara. So this one I have used a while, so I do find it to be a solid choice. You can see that it only just flaked very slightly, like one or two very little flakes on each side. So wore well. I would say compared so far to the Man-Eater Tarte, that this one looks a little bit more natural. The other one, that was a little thicker. So depending on what kind of look you want, I will let you know my thoughts when I wash off tonight, how that goes comparatively, and I have plenty more that I'll be adding too. So stay tuned.
So my overall thoughts about this one, it is a good solid drugstore brand. I've purchased it before and I could see myself purchasing it in the future. Wanted to throw a waterproof mascara in the mix. So this one is a drugstore option, the L'Oreal Paris Paradise Big Deal Waterproof Mascara. It says it's volumizing and lengthening formula, buildable, clump resistant, and I got the shade black. It sells for about $12. Here's me trying it on.
I'm trying a new mascara today. This is L'Oreal Paradise Big Deal. I've never used this one before, so let me give it a go. You can see what it looks like. Let me put it on for you. Okay, this is the side that has the primer. This is the side without the primer. I'm going to say the side without the primer clumped a little bit more together, but it was thickening. So far I'm thinking this could be a good option though for a drugstore brand. Let me show you what the applicator looks like. There's the applicator. L'Oreal Paradise Big Deal. I forgot to mention that this one is also waterproof because I wanted to do a waterproof option for you and add that into the mix. So I think it wore well. Just a slight smudging here. Actually didn't see any flaking. So I'm going to let you know how that goes, being able to remove it too.
So just as I had imagined, it was harder to take off because it's waterproof. So if you're looking for a waterproof that's not going to come off easily during the day, but again, it's going to take you a little bit later at night to get it off, that's one caveat there, then I would say go for this waterproof mascara because it was a great deal and did last all day. Now, I read so much about Clinique and people love the skincare. For me, I have sensitive skin, so the skincare hasn't done so well for me when I've tried it out before. And I thought, I'm going to try the makeup. What do I think of the makeup? So, right about this mascara, bought this for this try on. It's called the Clinique High Impact High Fi Full Volume Water Resistant Mascara, volumizing, non clumping, smudge proof, and safe for sensitive eyes. And it sells for about $29. So I thought this was a good solid choice and it didn't irritate my eyes at all. So I would say definitely safe for sensitive eyes there and put myself trying that on.
Today I'm going to be putting on the Clinique High Impact. So let me put that on and show you what it looks like, and I'll show you the applicator. Here's the applicator. And so I think it gave good volume. That's the side with the primer, side without. All right, I'll let you know how it goes. Oh, and update to the Paradise Big Deal that I tried on. That one, when I took it off, I kind of figured it might be harder to get off because it was waterproof, and it was. So I did my first cleanse with the LMS cleansing balm, and then also used my micellar water. I had to use micellar water twice, so two different little pads of that to get it off. It was harder to get off, but I guess that's one thing. Waterproof mascara is kind of meant to last a long time, so it did. So could still be good if you are looking for a waterproof that stays on, but just keep in mind it's going to be harder to get off. Let's give this Clinique one a go, and I'll update you later. On the Clinique High Impact, no flaking on this side that had the primer on it, just two little small flakes on this side that didn't. But it did wear well, and I'll let you know how it comes off when I remove it.
Ever tried the Clinique one? Let me know your thoughts. Now, with all my mascaras I tried on, I wanted to do a sample for you of one eye with and one without with a primer. So use the L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Lash Boosting Conditioner Primer. And it's about $9. And I did find in every single one that I tried on, it made it last just completely fine. And it was so much easier to take the mascara off in the evening. So I would say give this a go because not only is it going to be conditioning to your lashes, but it's going to make it easier to remove the mascara later. Now, all these different mascaras, I found Amazon links for you, so I'll pop that below. You can find different ones like the drugstore ones at like a CVS also, or the other ones at places also like Ulta or Sephora. Now, here are some overall thoughts about the mascara, and one little thing I wanted to share with you just in case you didn't know is you want to replace your mascara every 3 months. Now, that might have been something you heard of, or maybe you haven't. You may think, is that just like a marketing gimmick to get you to buy more mascara? But actually it is more scientific, and I looked up a little bit about the science to tell you a little bit more about why you should do that. It's because of bacteria. This replacing mascara every 3 months is essential primarily to prevent eye infections caused by bacteria buildup. The warm, dark, moist environment inside the tube allows bacteria, often transferred from the eyelashes via the wand, to thrive over time. Using old mascara can lead to infections like styes or conjunctivitis. So that's not fun. So you don't want that. So a little tip there is you could either put, you know how they have the little like stickers for file folders, you could stick one on and just put the date. So when you open it, put the date 3 months from then. When to replace it, just put that right on your mascara. The idea is the date you open your mascara, just pop open your calendar app, put 3 months, the date the 3 months from then, and put a reminder on there for you to change out your mascara. So overall, what are my thoughts about the mascara? I would say, hmm, I would say for sure using the primer is great. For my drugstore options, I'm going to say the win for me was the Paradise Big Deal. Even though it was harder to get off, I did like that, and it kind of bumped that sky high a little bit higher for this one than that one, but that one was still a close running. As far as the other options, I'm going to say the tubing mascara is in kind of a class of its own because it's a little bit different as far as how you get it off. I haven't tried other tubing mascaras. If you have, put that in the comments below for me what you think. But I'm gonna put the tubing one as this one is a good tubing choice, I feel like. And the other ones, I'm gonna say the Tarte Man Eater was really for a while on the top of my choice because I pre-ordered this before. But giving all these a go, I really like this YSL one. So I think I thought there was a little bit, actually even a little bit more thickening for me. So I'm going to say this one was my favorite as far as those higher end options. I would love to learn what your favorite mascara is. Put that in the comments for me. And I hope that you got a good idea of some different mascaras to try and how they wear. I appreciate your time today. This is Gloria. Please consider subscribing and pressing the like button for more great videos, and have a great day.